Okay, so I know that I need to explain to you how I always achieve the 100% unique with this software. So do pay close attention to what I'm going to tell you, because right now you will learn a lot of things and how you can save a lot of money with writers, because this is what I implemented in my very own business. So let me tell you a very short story. So as you probably know, hiring writers are very expensive, and I have been hiring many writers over time to write content for my niche site. In fact, I do own over 100 sites, close to 200 niche sites, content sites, where I make money with AdSense, affiliate programs, and all this stuff. So since I need to build backlinks to these sites and rank on Google, I constantly need to have writers to write content and spin those articles and submit them to directories. And in the long term, the highest expense is not about the SEO guy, it's just about the writers. Okay, so I thought, how am I going to save on those writers? Then I got this idea. This is a really simple idea, probably that many of you have not thought. But I thought, why not get those writers? I hire them right up front, get them to write a huge database of tips on a very specific topic, and then I can reuse those content over and over again. So this is the tip approach that I was talking about in the previous video. And this way, I can save a lot of money on writers. So what I did is that I hired a writer full-time for 1 full month for $350, and from the Philippines. So this writer didn't have, her English wasn't that great, and the English was good enough to write decent article, but then I made her to research and to write 500 tips for me in the dating niche, because I have a dating website where I constantly build backlinks to the site. So what I did, I got her to spend 1 full month to write 500 tips on this specific topic. So why did I ask her to write tips? Is because the tips have many benefits in creating articles. So first off, it's really easy to read, and also the writer doesn't have to think too much to write an article, because if you were to write the article the traditional way, it's really boring when you read the article. For the writer, it's really a tedious task, and because she has to always think about how to combine those paragraphs together and make it flow together to get absolutely great content, while the tips are really detached from each other and they still provide great content. And she just have to research a few tips, just like you see right here, and write a few sentences, and she's done, and she just move on to the next tips. So that's what I did. And then once she finished writing those 500 tips, I got her to spend 1 full month to spin all those tips, and I'm going to show you in a few moments in the other videos as well. So to spin all those tips using the spinning software, okay, and then I created this software which is called the Instant Article Shuffler, where I will randomize all these tips, all those spun tips, and shuffle everything, because remember, those tips are really independent from each other. In any way that you place them, they will still make sense in your article. So that's how I use my writer from now on. And also, just think about it. If you were to submit these articles to many other sites, it's really difficult to go to track down all this content. But if you were to do it the traditional way, if you were to spin those articles the traditional way, there is always a footprint, which is your website address. Okay, so The problem with the traditional way of spinning is that you always rewrite the same paragraph, and the paragraph contains the same idea behind, and that's the problem with the traditional way of spinning. Why this one? If you opt for this strategy and you combine this with my software, I'm really confident that there is absolutely no way for people to track down that this is just a rewritten article or spun article, because even the tips will be randomized and the idea is completely original and it's absolutely unique. And I showed you in the previous video how to achieve always the 100%, the maximum percentage of uniqueness when you adopt my approach and using this software. Okay, so I'm just going to go very briefly in a PowerPoint presentation right here to explain to you. So you can see that let's take a very simple example where you can have tips which will be rewritten and shuffled together. This is the idea. This is how you are going to use my software if ever you decide to take advantage of this really great opportunity. So how you are going to do that? So a very simple illustration is this. Let's assume that you have five tips, and the software will just shuffle everything. We just pick up randomly what are the tips involved, and then it will create a brand new article. And think about it, those tips, if you were to spin those, these are even more unique content. So I'm not saying that you should stop spinning article. In fact, if you were to use the spinning software or any spinning software that you have, you don't need to pay for other spinning software. I'm not trying to sell you spinning software. In fact, I'm giving that to you for free. And if you were to use that combined with my software, you will have the maximum effect. And I'm really confident that every time when your content will go out, it will be at a very high percentage of uniqueness. And think about it, if you have the budget and you can get a writer, I mean, you just need to get her to spend one full month for $350, and you can dominate a niche just like this one, which is in the dating niche, where I can have even thousands of articles to be submitted in the coming years to come when all these stuff are spun, and using my software to shuffle everything every time to combine and to make a super article where the level of uniqueness is extremely high. So I really encourage you to watch the other videos where I'm going to present you a really cool bonus which will go hand in hand with this software. In fact, those bonuses are really worth a lot of money, and I spent a few $1,000s to get those free software created. You are not just receiving one software, but you are receiving free software together in this package. So just check the next video where you see a demonstration how those software works. Okay, so I'll catch you in the next video.